Why are you mad? Wouldn't you want to? I want the same thing for my son. I don't want him to ever have to work. Why does that bother a mother so much? Or why is that always being thrown in my face like that's such a bad thing? That's not a bad thing.
And I told them, listen, no more handouts. No more handouts. It can't be, because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money.
They didn't teach them about contracts, they didn't teach them about saving, they didn't teach them about investments. Who would have taught him these things? Of course he's broke. He's a gambling addict. He got baby mamas all over the way. What do you mean is he broke? Of course he's broke. What boxer do you know that isn't broke? What a ridiculous question.
Floyd Mayweather's daughter, Yaya Mayweather, has stirred debate after making bold claims about her father's finances. According to her, the boxing icon Floyd Mayweather Jr. has spent a significant portion of his wealth on a lavish way of living. She also suggests that he is no longer providing financial support to his children, instead expecting them to earn their own income.
Don't have a pot to in the window to throw. I got tongue twisted. Don't have a pot to in the window to throw it out of. Bitch, don't even got a fucking car to drive. I'ma start popping it like that on y'all, cause I just be like, I be real laid back, I be cool, but yeah.
During a podcast appearance, Floyd Mayweather Jr. explained that he's no longer in a position to continue providing money to his children. He reportedly said that instead of relying on him financially, they should focus on creating their own businesses or finding employment to support themselves going forward.
Money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, from here on out, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
Chael Sonnen, a former MMA competitor turned analyst, has questioned the financial claims surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr. He suggested that the earnings often reported in boxing may be overstated, implying that Floyd's actual income might not match the figures widely discussed. Despite that, Floyd continued to spend at an extremely high level, as if his wealth were limitless. According to this perspective, that pattern of spending could be a reason behind reports suggesting he may now be facing financial difficulties.
Numbers that you hear in boxing simply aren't true. Floyd made $1 billion. No, he didn't. Floyd and Conor made $500 million. No, they didn't. Of course they didn't. Nobody's ever confirmed that. Literally nobody. It's the same thing with boxing pay-per-view. Whatever boxing pay-per-view is the biggest boxing pay-per-view of all time is just whoever put out the press release and lied more than the person before them. These have never been confirmed by leadership of a publicly traded company, who is the one that supplies the pay-per-view. It is illegal for them to lie. You have never heard Time Warner, you've never heard Cox, you've never heard DirecTV, you have never heard an executive come out and confirm any of the absurd pay-per-view numbers that you believe to be true. The numbers aren't what you think they are, right? The numbers are good and they made a lot of money, but it's not what you think it is. And yeah, of course Floyd's broke. Would you be boxing if you want?
Chael Sonnen expanded on his concerns by pointing out that there is no publicly confirmed proof showing anyone issuing the enormous multi-million-dollar payments Floyd Mayweather Jr. has said he earned from his fights.
And it's the same thing with the check. I got $100 million for a fight. Oh, you did? Who signed the check? Whoever signed the check is going to want credit for it. There's never been a time that $1 million check was written and the dude that wrote the check didn't make sure that somebody found out he wrote the check. So who wrote the check? Floyd's got a whole bunch of them, apparently. He got $1 billion. Who wrote the check?
Former ESPN journalist Jason Whitlock stated that Floyd Mayweather Jr. has poured large amounts of money into maintaining a lifestyle that aligns with celebrity culture and public image. He indicated that this level of spending may have led to financial strain, suggesting it could be the reason Floyd has had to step back into the ring after retiring in order to meet financial commitments and settle outstanding debts.
What Floyd Mayweather is an example of. the stupidity of living for the culture and trying to be relatable and trying to be this incredible icon or example of, look how much money I've made. He's blown it all, and now at 49 years old, he's got to go back into the boxing ring and continue to fight because he's in a lot of debt. And this is what I was trying to make the point to Cam Newton about. This whole, I'm doing it for the culture. What has doing it for the culture ever gotten any?
However, WAC 100, who is both a close associate and business partner of Floyd Mayweather Jr., pushed back against those claims. He stated that rumors about Floyd being broke have circulated for more than 2 decades without any solid evidence. According to him, Floyd still possesses high-end properties and continues to live a lavish lifestyle, suggesting that reports of financial struggles are overstated.
They're accusing him of going broke because he's looking for these fights.
They've been accusing Floyd of going broke for 20 years. Now, let's talk about going broke. Maybe down to 200 million. Maybe that's his broke. I don't know.
Maybe that's his broke.
What I do know is his homes is still there because when he tell me to come see him, it's the same addresses. Every time he called me, it's stars on the roof. Right? So I don't know unless somebody is hacked into this man's finances. They always accuse the man of going broke. So maybe he's bored.
Mainly 50.
Maybe he's bored. The number 50 don't mean nothing because he's still performing like he always had.
Even with the ongoing controversy, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has returned to training, getting back into the gym after confirming he's coming out of retirement. He is now preparing for a series of exhibition matchups, along with a professional bout against Manny Pacquiao.
Hook right here. Right here, hook. Hook it. Hook right here. Right here.
Andre Ward noted that regardless of Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s high-profile lifestyle and image, his dedication to training never slipped. Ward highlighted that Floyd remained disciplined at all times, regularly putting in work and keeping himself in top physical condition throughout his career. He also pointed out that even after stepping away from competition, Floyd has continued to maintain the same level of commitment that helped him stay prepared and competitive.
You see the flash, even though you see the glitz, even though you see Floyd in the streets ripping and running, one thing he never neglected was the gym. He always stayed true to his roots and he perfected his craft, and that's why he became who he became. I personally wish that Floyd Mayweather at 49 years old would be somewhere kicking up his feet, living off his investments, and frankly running a sport.
As speculation continues about Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s financial situation, his daughter Yaya Mayweather posted on social media that she may start working. She mentioned that the decision was due to boredom, though some observers believe it could be connected to a possible reduction or end of financial support from her father.
Yaya, after being courted by her dad, an NBA YoungBoy, got on the internet and said something very interesting. She said, what did she say, Jasmine? Lately, you gotta expand it for me. Thank you so much. Lately, I've been bored. So I was thinking about getting a job for fun, or maybe work like 2 or 3 days out of the week, just to see what it's like. Why not? Ooh, the entitlement. The laziness. The fact that that she couldn't read the room. You know, there's people out here looking for jobs. I'm bored, so I'm just gonna get a job today. I couldn't even believe she tweeted that. I just couldn't believe. I said, oh my God, like, she is really clueless.
Some critics have also raised questions about whether Yaya Mayweather fully grasps how to handle financial responsibility. They point out that being raised with the wealth of Floyd Mayweather Jr. does not automatically mean someone understands how to manage money effectively. Abilities such as budgeting, saving, and investing are considered essential, and without them, even substantial wealth can diminish over time. The conversation extends beyond her situation, highlighting a broader trend seen in affluent families, where many second-generation individuals struggle to preserve inherited wealth. This is often linked to limited financial education or an environment that encourages entitlement instead of discipline. In some instances, parents may concentrate heavily on building wealth, but fall short in teaching the next generation how to maintain it. In others, children may grow up assuming financial stability will always be there without actively managing it.
You already know what's up. These little girls don't know how to do nothing. And she's sitting online saying, I'm bored. And y'all can say, well, her daddy rich, but like, well, what if something happens to her father? Oh, we got trust funds. Okay, cool. He may have trust funds. But does she know how to budget money? Does she know how to make money? Does she know the value of money? That empire, that estate is going to be gone. And statistics show that 85% of second wealth generators from their parents go broke because they don't understand how to manage it, which means there's a few reasons. Either we spent too much time making it, we didn't have time to educate our kids on it, and so we just gave them everything. Or two, they just don't give a damn. They just entitled, spoiled.
Many analysts argue that at this point in his life, Floyd Mayweather Jr. could choose to step away from competition entirely and simply enjoy the fortune he has already accumulated, relying instead on the returns from his investments. They also believe he possesses the expertise, insight, and business ability to operate at the highest level as a boxing promoter, given how deeply he understands the sport and his journey to becoming a worldwide star. At the same time, some observers question why his promotional venture has not fully taken over the industry, noting that several fighters tend to move on after signing with it. Despite that, analysts point out that Floyd's connection to boxing remains strong, and the spotlight that comes with major events is something he seems reluctant to leave behind completely, even with all his success outside the ring.
I mean by that, Floyd Mayweather with his popularity, Floyd Mayweather with his knowledge of business, boxing business, he's made the mistakes, he's had to fight for everything that he's gotten, and he's built himself into a mega superstar, and he knows the ins and outs of the sport. I feel like if Mayweather Promotions was ran the way it was supposed to be run, Floyd Mayweather, in my opinion, should be running the sport of boxing. He should be the premier promoter in the sport. What promoter can stand up to Floyd Mayweather if his promotional company comes after you? But for whatever reason, Floyd Mayweather Promotions has not dominated the game. They sign a lot of guys, and then for whatever reason, those guys get released or there's an issue and they move on. I don't understand that, but my heart for Floyd would be to do just that. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, which we see him doing a lot. Living off your investments, which we hear him talk a lot about, and running the game as the premier promoter in the sport of boxing.
Andre Ward expressed respect for the legacy of Floyd Mayweather Jr., both inside the ring and in the business world, pointing out that much of the criticism directed at him overlooks his real achievements in boxing and finance. Ward noted that Floyd carefully shaped his identity around wealth and success, using his image, lifestyle, and independence as key parts of his global appeal. He rejected claims suggesting Floyd struggled financially, highlighting instead how strategically he marketed himself and maximized his earnings, even when many in the promotion side doubted him. At the same time, Ward acknowledged that Mayweather's flashy public persona and celebrity-driven lifestyle often divide opinion, leading some people to focus more on criticism than on his accomplishments.
Mayweather's responsible for y'all getting media credentialed at these big fights and getting these free lunches and being a part of a big event. But for years, I've heard people only talk about what Floyd Mayweather wasn't to them, what he did not do. How, even though this was a great event, it's generated tens of millions and in many cases, hundreds of millions, he should have stopped him. He was boring. He was this. I've always supported and pushed back on that narrative of Floyd Mayweather. Part of that is because of the way Floyd Mayweather goes about his business. He's been filthy rich. He's made his name, his legacy, and a lot of his reputation wasn't just the boxing, it was the money. It's the money man. What I have, what I'm driving, what I'm living in, what I'm flying in. And a lot of people, they don't like that. I don't know if Floyd Mayweather had more supporters for most of his fights or more haters. But regardless of where you fall on that line, Floyd Mayweather made it work for him when many people, promoters included, networks included, early on didn't think that he can.
Jake Paul has also weighed in on the ongoing discussions surrounding a potential rematch between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao, describing the situation as messy and unnecessary entertainment rather than serious sport. He argued that the repeated debates, shifting contract details, and constant promotional disputes are hurting boxing's reputation. Paul also pointed out that the sport seems to keep circling back to the same names and narratives instead of building new, exciting fights that fans are eager for. In his view, the attention around this rematch is driven more by business interests and hype than by real competitive value. He further suggested that the entire situation feels disorganized and over-promoted, with conflicting statements coming from both sides. Overall, his remarks add to the wider discussion about whether the rematch is actually meaningful for boxing or simply another nostalgia-driven money event.
Problem with boxing is people in the sport who aren't professional and
it makes us all look bad.
It's terrible, and it's so archaic and old, and there's so many egos. People think that they're bigger or better than they are multiple times. They have terrible teams around them that's like their homie from, back in the day running for them. And because of that, these types of deals don't get done, and it all comes down to like, oh, well, ring size, and you can't wear these shoes and this type of glove, and you can't wear this glove. It's like, bro, stop being a fight. Like, that's the problem with the sport, and that's probably what they're running into, a lack of professionalism. And
amid continuing speculation about Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s financial status, reports have circulated claiming that Manny Pacquiao has taken ownership of Mayweather's boxing gym located in Los Angeles. This development has further amplified online discussions and fueled debate among fans and analysts. Some observers are questioning whether this signals financial strain for Mayweather, while others argue it may simply be part of normal business activity involving the buying and selling of training facilities as investment assets. They suggest the situation could be unrelated to his personal finances. However, another group believes the transaction is being used to reinforce ongoing narratives about Mayweather's spending habits and possible financial pressure.
This is major news. Manny Pacquiao now has a home gym in LA. Pacquiao Prime Boxing Limitless. The truth is, I came today to Hollywood to check out Chuck Norris' start. It's the second time LA. Last week I looked for it, I couldn't find it. I came back today, was able to find it. It was not easy to find. And I came to pay respect. Chuck Norris, an icon, the legend, passed away. I'm happy to see people didn't forget him. They leave flowers and pictures and things for him. And I'll get into that second half of this video. But as I'm coming back to my car, I look up and I see this sign. And I caught up with one of the residents, a lady that lives nearby, and she told me this used to be Mayweather Fitness. Check it out. Manny Pacquiao wins the first round heading in to the rematch.
Meanwhile, WAC 100 addressed the chatter surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr. returning from retirement for major exhibition-style matchups against Mike Tyson and Manny Pacquiao, as well as the ongoing talk about whether Mayweather is facing financial trouble. He rejected the idea that Mayweather is struggling with money, pointing out that this kind of rumor has been repeated for years without evidence. In his view, even if Mayweather's net worth had decreased at any point, it would still remain enormous compared to most people, far from any real definition of broke. To back up his perspective, he referenced Mayweather's lifestyle and discipline, describing moments where he has personally observed him in social settings, including leaving a nightclub in a Rolls-Royce late at night. He added that despite that, Mayweather still prioritizes fitness, sometimes changing into running gear and jogging afterward, even after a long day. According to WAC, this routine reflects consistency in mindset, physical discipline, and work ethic, all of which remain unchanged. He concluded that Mayweather's skills, focus, and competitive nature are still intact, and that claims about financial downfall or reduced capability are likely overstated rather than accurate.
He's gonna fight Mike Tyson, an exhibition match, and then after that they're saying August he's supposed to be fighting Manny Pacquiao at the age of 49 after retiring almost 10 years ago. He's putting his 50-0 record on the line, and this is like, that's his thing, 50-0.
I will say this. Me and Floyd, we very close. I've left the strip club at 3 o'clock in the morning where Floyd went to in a Rolls Royce. But he comes out the strip club in sweats and running shoes and jogs home 9, 10 miles. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, he'd been up all day. His mind, his body is still conditioned for who he is. His technique hasn't been beat.
What's your take on the current talk surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr. and his financial status?